Hi everyone, it's Marisa Williams from Southern Technical College. How's everybody doing today? Today we're going to talk about some study tips. We've got a lot of things here at Southern Tech. Today I'm in the Surge Tech lab, so you might see some kind of creepy crawlies hanging out on the walls and stuff like that. But there's a lot of different times when we might need to study for our classes, and people are always like, how can I study more effectively? Well, we got you. All right, so first thing you want to do, organize. Organization goes a long way, and that means for your study plans, you want to be organized as well. And that includes having a set time, date, place, goals. Some people might need to get a daily planner and plan like that. But I think if you make it part of your routine, something you expect to do daily, that's half the battle right there. A friend of mine, she has a younger son, and she had, one of his friends had a study habit that his mom had installed, and they said as soon as you get off the bus, you're doing your homework. No playtime before your homework. And even though the one mom said, that sounds so mean, guess what? That student was used to doing her homework at that specific time every single day, and she wound up being a very good student. So it does work, okay? I know sometimes people have different habits than others. For me, I'm a night owl. My time to shine is like 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. And I know for most people that's like, whoa, what? But I like to do it when I know that I'm not gonna be disturbed. Other people are hopefully sleeping, especially kids, even though I don't have any. But still, my phone's not ringing off the hook. And the phone can be the biggest distraction of all, so please don't get distracted by your phone. And there's actually the little apps that you can use. Focus Booster, for example, is an app that it kind of sets a timer for you of 25 minutes to study, 5-minute break, 25 minutes study, 5-minute break, and you continue on until you're done for the day. Because if you study for 2 hours straight, chances are your eyes are going to be glossing and crossing, and you're going to be like, what did I just read after a while? So you have to get up, take a break, walk around, get the exercise going for a little bit, and you'd be surprised how much that actually helps, right? So beyond that, active reading, active listening, definitely good skills to have. Again, if you feel your eyes glossing and crossing, you're not actively reading or listening. You're tuning out. So when you feel yourself getting to that point, get up, walk around, do something physical. That does not mean check your email or turn on the boob tube and get distracted by, ooh, this show's on. Oh my God, is that HGTV? Did they put plaid? No. No, don't be one of those people. Don't do that, okay? So, again, be organized, have a set time, date, study plan. For some people, this might be a study group. Other people, groups could be distracting because, well, did you hear about the latest gossip about blah, 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 blah? We know how that goes. So if you're one of those people that you work better in groups, then make sure your group is an effective group that does not just have a bunch of chatty Cathys where you're not going to be actually getting any work done. So there's different types of learners. Some people are kinesthetic, and they work better physically, right? So making physical games or touching something, grabbing something, doing lab type things, people sometimes work well with that. Other things you can do if you're one of those type of learners is you can draw diagrams or do role playing, believe it or not. Make a game out of it. Sometimes that helps, right? Some are auditory, they do better listening, in which case you can read your notes out loud, record them, play them back to yourself, okay? Don't be afraid to do that. That's your notes. You can. Another thing for auditory learners is making rhymes or songs that you can sing. Mnemonic play, not demonic play, mnemonic play, such as King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. Now, I don't know if there was actually a King Henry that died that way, but that's your way of remembering. Kilo goes to millimeters and stuff like that. So it's your conversions for your metric conversions. It's a mnemonic, not demonic, way to remember that. And there's a lot of video on YouTube that go over that. But it is a really cool trick. especially when you get into pharmacology classes. All right, so again, reading your notes out loud. What worked for me, I'm a writer, so for me, I would actually rewrite my notes. And when I was in college, that helped. Another thing to do is leave space in your notebook as you're writing your notes. It's called dielectric notebook. Have a space for you to write your own questions as you're going through. If something's a little muddy, put a question mark. That means go back and look at that. I always tell my students, don't spend time on what you do know, focus on what you don't know. So if you're feeling confident with the subject, go to the place where you had a little bit of confusion. And a way you can find this in your own studies is basically do a comprehension check each time that you're in class. After a lecture, take 1 minute, write down a little note to yourself. What did you feel comfortable with? What are you not comfortable with? That way you know what to go back and read, right? Maybe there's something as during the lecture. Write yourself a note. That's why I say active listening, active reading. Take notes while you're in class, and that will help give you a good guide on what to focus in later, right? So, make study goals. Again, some people might benefit from a planner and, again, getting that set time and place. But they say that it's good to review your notes before you actually start your assignments. That way you're fresh, you're like, okay, I remember talking about that. It just kind of jogs the memory. Start with the difficult stuff first. Everybody likes, oh, well, this is easy. I'll just get it done first. But then when you get to that hard stuff, you're like, oh, man, I don't feel like doing this. And you tend to just fall off the wayside sometimes. So you're better off just tackling the hard stuff first. And then that way you're not spending time later, right? Eliminate distractions. We kind of talked about that before. Turn off the phone, the TV. Put on boring background music, not the stuff that's going to get you excited where you're going to want to jump around and dance, right? There's actually Antisocial is an app that will turn off your social media for a couple hours. So if you have that set time and day that you're studying, turn it off during that time, right, guys? It helps because it's real easy to get a ding, and the next thing you know, you're talking 2 hours goes by and you're like, oh my God, I got distracted by all the memes. So, don't do that, right? Okay, balancing life. You want to make sure you get good sleep, good exercise, all that good stuff, right? If you're just sitting there at a desk all day, every day, your butt's going to go numb, okay? Get up, walk around, get physical. You don't have to go run a marathon, but some kind of physical, get the blood moving, get the flow. I recommend yoga. Very good. Stretch it out. It's relaxing. You can also do holistic stuff like aromatherapy, right? Lavender, that's been shown to help people relax. But there's also stuff like sandalwood that will actually help you focus. So a lot of good stuff out there. Even frankincense is another one that will help you focus. So don't be afraid to try some of that holistic therapy stuff, right? Stress management. Easier said than done, right? I know, believe me. A lot of stuff comes up during the day and it's distracting to us, and we're thinking about, oh, my mortgage company, oh, I got bills, oh, I've got this, I've got that, and oh my God, am I gonna get this done? And did I forget to turn off the oven? Is the garage door open? Things like that. You just gotta let that stuff go out of your head. Think of it like a coat hook. When you walk into your study space, put your worries on that coat hook and don't even think about it till you're done with your studies. I don't care if grandma's dying and it's really traumatic. Take 5 minutes and just not think about it. You have to learn to de-stress. So again, just take those worries, take those fears, put them on the coat hook as you're walking into your study space. Make that be a space where you know you can study, where you know you can mentally just take a deep breath and come back to it, right? Center yourself. Some people work good with centering stones, something to hold on to. If that works for you, do it. Deep breaths goes a long way. Motivate yourself. Make a list of reasons why you want to succeed. And when you're feeling sluggish, look at that list and remotivate yourself with your own personal goals, right? Aromatherapy, we kind of talked about. All right, what about foods, right? There's always some good foods. There's actually some ones that pretty cheap on the budget. Let's go through those first. So, trail mix. It's got nuts in it, that's your proteins. Raisins, that's your dark fruits. All good stuff to have, right? So, if you're not feeling that, you could do any dark leafy green is good. Dark leafy green is good. Peanut butter, apples, bananas, carrots, oranges, oatmeal, string cheese, Greek yogurt with maybe chia seeds mixed into it or flax seeds. You could have hummus, broccoli, berries, nuts, chickpeas. Those are all great, affordable study treats, right? We don't need to get fast food when we can have nice, healthy stuff. If you're feeling a little more creative in the kitchen, we got you too. Try dark chocolate, raspberry, and brie grilled sandwiches. I am so ready to try this at home tonight. I saw this and I was like, what? That sounds like amazing. All right, chocolate peanut butter banana pops. You can make them yourself, just throw them in the freezer. Pistachio grapefruit salad, almond raisin bites. You can make a yogurt and top it with nuts, berries, and granola. You can have a salmon salad with berries and walnuts. Mackerel fish dip for those omega-3s. Honey mustard tuna with mango chutney. Again, get those omega-3s with those fish. Kombucha. Just a little bit of that green tea in there, but not super sugary where you're gonna get that crash like you would with some of those teas and coffees, right? Avocado mango smoothie. Yeah, you can put avocado in a smoothie. It's actually pretty good. You can also bake an egg on top of avocado. Just throw it in your oven, quick and easy. If you want just something to munch on, go for popcorn. And spinach and kale salad with hazelnuts, avocados, and berries. So there's some food selections to kind of get your studies going. Not saying you have to eat those, just some suggestions, because a lot of people are like, what should I be eating? What shouldn't you be eating? You don't want cakes and cookies and sugary stuff, because again, you're gonna get that crash. You don't want sugary sodas filled with caffeine like Mountain Dew, because again, you're gonna get that crash. And even though caffeine might be a good little pick-me-up at first, if you get that crash, it distracts you and makes you lose your motivation, right? So again, healthy food choices, definitely a good thing. Study habits, don't procrastinate and wait till the last minute. That is never, ever, ever a good thing. If you think you're gonna get it all in 2 hours, again, you're gonna get distracted and you're gonna have things happen, or else you're just gonna feel tired, right? So do little chunks each day. Don't wait till the last minute. Make yourself a set time, place, and date. Even if you don't have homework that night, go in and study for your school's tests that you have coming up. Review the upcoming chapter. Things like that are gonna help you get ahead. Again, my personal favorite, rewrite your notes. You can type those notes. You can record yourself and just listen to them or watch them, right? Again, that note taking helps. All right, guys, I hope that gives you some good study tips. Again, thanks for joining us in the lab here at Southern Technical College. We definitely appreciate everybody. Thanks so much again, and we'll see you next time with more